happened earlier today with Oregon and Colorado, and Deion Sanders suffering a humiliating loss, getting destroyed. Basically, the game was over pretty much by halftime, pretty much. And I warned you guys about this, not to get caught up in this Deion Sanders hype. At the end of the day, the dude was 3 games in, and y'all had the man as the next John Wooden, um, Joe Paterno. I mean, y'all had the man in the same category with some of the greatest college coaches of all time, just 3 games in, and to you know, um, coaching in that standard of collegiate athletics. I warned y'all. What up, CB? Tried to warn people. Tried to warn people. Y'all jumped on the Deion bandwagon way too quick. And then look at Deion Sanders, how he's dressed at the press conference. He's making it about him. See that right there, that ain't Coach Sanders. That's Coach Primetime. See, y'all can't fool me. I watched Deion Sanders when he played. He went to that press conference as primetime, which means he's making it all about him. And that is the problem. Yes, he's generating money, but at the same time, when you start to generate money, you got to generate results. Because then guess what? You become overrated. Now, I know Jason Whitlock was gloating, with his hamburger helper eating ass, but my issue with Deion Sanders is not whether I want him to succeed. I already told you why I don't really support Deion Sanders 100%. Because like I said, I haven't forgot what he did and what he said. But at the end of the day, I want him to win. But I told y'all that they was elevating this dude, and the standards that they setting for this dude, the bar that they're raising, he can't meet those expectations this quick. Do y'all really think that Colorado was going to win the national championship this year? Did y'all think that Deion Sanders was going to go his whole career undefeated? Because that's how they was talking. And Deion Sanders should have been a little chill with this as well, but he soaked it up. He embraced it. He endorsed it. Deion Sanders should have been telling people to calm down, saying, hey, man, I haven't done nothing yet. I appreciate the attention I'm getting, but you know what I'm saying? Let me accomplish some stuff before you start putting me in the same category with some of the greatest college coaches of all time. And like I said, he fell for it. And now look what happened. They get destroyed by Oregon. I'm talking about the game wasn't even competitive. And I was having a conversation with my stepfather about this because we saw this coming. I saw this coming with Deion. So now what? Let's see what happens the next game. Like I said, man, you're 3 games in, and you got people celebrating you and trying to turn you into the greatest thing since sliced bread, or since the greatest thing since the spinning wheel. And I knew this was going to happen. Now he suffers his first loss, and his first loss happened to be a destruction. If it had been a close game where they had lost by a field goal, so be it. But I'm talking about the game was out of reach by halftime. Y'all have to understand, when people start like putting this much hype, and particularly around, black people that may enter a certain field that's primarily dominated by, their white counterparts. And there's a lot of black head coaches in college, but the hype surrounding Deion Sanders, I'm trying to tell you, and there's a lot of people out there that's hoping that Deion fails. I don't hope that he fails, but I just needed to bring this to you guys' attention that Deion needs to chill. He needs to chill a little bit. When he start winning national championships and stuff like that, then he can start like having the attitude that he has. He needs to just chill. He needs to tone it down a little bit. Like I said, this picture speaks volumes. This isn't Coach Sanders. This is Coach Primetime. Go look at Deion Sanders 25 years ago in press conferences. That's exactly how Primetime used to dress. The gold chain, the shades, and all this kind of stuff. And basically, like I said, already then got knocked off the mantle. 3 games in, an embarrassing loss. We have to fall back on Deion and take this by game basis. Let's wait till he wins the national championship. If and when he wins the national championship, are in a position to compete for a national championship. We have to wait. Yeah, but I think Deion Sanders soaked up too much attention. At the same time, he embraced it. He didn't tell people, just chill. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, Damian. That wasn't Coach Deion Sanders. That was Coach Primetime. I'm worried about. I want to see Coach Sanders. I don't want to see Coach Primetime. I don't want it to be made about him, because at the end of the day, it's about the students. And I know that people are paying top dollar to see him. And that's the problem. You're not really going there to see a coach where the coach is the star attraction. That is the problem. Even USC, when they had, Pete Carroll and all those dudes and Reggie Bush, people were still coming there to see Reggie Bush and those dudes, or coming to see Carson Palmer. Now, Matt Leinart, he turned out to be an epic failure, but when USC was at the highlight, yeah, when they was up high, when they was the pinnacle of college football, people were going there to see them, not the coach. And the problem is with Colorado, they're going there to see Deion Sanders. That is the problem, you guys. And don't come here saying I'm hating on Deion Sanders. I'm not hating on. See, there you go, man. I'm not hating on Deion Sanders. I'm telling y'all to be patient. And I'm telling y'all to lower the expectations. This man is only 4 games in at this collegiate level. This is not an HBU anymore. I mean, for real. This is not, I mean, for real. This isn't a historic black college, university. This is what you call the big time for the most part. We set the bar too high for Deion. And then the problem is Deion accepted. Now look what it's a disastrous blowout loss. That's all I'm saying, you guys. I am not attacking this dude. Well, DSA, you need to tell these other people online to tone it down a little bit on Deion, man. Well, it don't matter what he did. Listen. Just because somebody is an exceptional football player, don't mean you gonna be an exceptional basketball coach. Ask Magic Johnson. Now, Magic Johnson is a great owner, owning parts of the Lakers and the Washington Redskins. I wish he would buy the Oakland A's so they could stay in Oakland, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, Deion Sanders was an exceptional football player. We all know that. We all know basketball player doesn't mean you're going to translate into a great coach. Why you think Michael Jordan never decided to be a coach? Why you think Allen Iverson don't want to be no coach? Yeah, I already know it's a work in progress. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't let the media set the bar so high to where Deion can't meet them. They were setting him up. Oh my gosh, Deion Sanders is a sensation. Well, not really. So, but then they elevated it and made it look like, okay, it was the greatest thing we ever saw. We have to be, no, I'm just saying, everybody, we have to be patient. Well, I'm not hoping I wasn't hoping this would happen. I knew it was going to happen. Keep in mind, I did live streams, I did videos telling you guys what's going to happen if and when Deion loses, and he loses badly. They lost badly today. He said, well, you better get me now, because I'm going to make sure this doesn't happen again. At the end of the day, Deion Sanders is probably 2 or 3 years away from being a serious national championship contender. One, you have to get the personnel. Now, I'm gonna say this much. I can say this much. Deion, when he started, coming to those houses, visiting people, recruiting, when he starts showing up at your doorstep, that may be a difference maker if he started coming, because that's the whole idea. This is like 2 or 3 years away. Now, Coach Deion Sanders show up at my house and he want my son, if my son the best quarterback or cornerback or defensive end or best blocker that's out there based off ranking, Deion show up at, yeah. Hell yeah, I'm gonna listen to see what he got to say. Like I said, man, don't set the bar so high to where, like, for real, like, like for real, man. I think, and that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny when you think about it. I think they set the bar too high for Reggie Bush. Because when Reggie Bush was drafted, they was talking about Reggie Bush was gonna rush, might be the first dude to rush for 2,500 yards. I mean, Reggie Bush had moderate and solid success in the NFL. I mean, he did win the championship, but he didn't turn out to be what the expectations was for him. And I think they had set the bar too high for Reggie Bush. Like I said, Reggie Bush, man, when I know y'all remember Reggie Bush when he was in college. I'm talking about Reggie Bush when he was in college at USC. He was must-see TV. And unfortunately, it didn't translate to him being, what they thought he would be. They was talking about, they put him in the same category with Barry Sanders. I'm talking about some of the all-time greats. But at the end of the day, he played to a decent level of, not what they expected it to be. And this is what they're doing with Deion Sanders. They gotta chill. Oh, about Reggie Bush? Yeah, Reggie Bush, like I said, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Tim Tebow too. Anybody that know football halfway decent know football. Everybody looked at Tim Tebow's mechanics and everybody knew, well, except for Skip Bayless, because Skip Bayless knows more than we do, knew that Tim Tebow was not going to be a sustainable, successful, useful NFL quarterback, even though he had won the Heisman Trophy twice, I think. But anybody that looked at Tim Tebow's throwing motion, his mechanics, his mechanics, you was just like, okay, not gonna work. Tell me that I'm lying about Tim Tebow. Everybody knew Tim Tebow wasn't gonna be a good NFL quarterback. Everybody. Well, Wayne Gretzky is Wayne Gretzky, and you already know what's up with that. What's obvious don't need to be explained. But the thing is, he didn't accept it and go into that job with the hype that Deion Sanders. See, Deion Sanders accepted it, and that's the problem. When you accept those type of expectations, you got to meet them. Deion Sanders should say, "Hey, man, just chill. Let's see what happens." But Deion Sanders always was known for liking the smell of his own, you know what. But say what you want to say about Deion, he backed it up. I saw Deion play, man. A lot of times people didn't even want to throw his way, because there was always the chance that Deion could catch that mug and run it back for a pick six. So that's the only difference between Wayne Gretzky and Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders was like, "Hey, put the camera on me, bring all the attention to me." And like I said, Colorado is making a lot of money off Deion, and I hope that's ain't what it's really all about. Them making money versus winning, because at the end of the day, if you don't start winning, then it's gonna run stale, and then people are gonna say, "Okay, we've had enough of this." When are you gonna start winning national championships? When are you gonna start being able to compete for national championships? So there you have it. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they set the bar, but what I'm saying is Deion shouldn't accept it. That's the problem. Deion fully embraced this stuff. So now Deion got to take that heat when they don't win. So now instead of them looking at the players, what the players didn't do, every time they lose, they're gonna put this all on Deion. So now Deion is in one of them situations where he could stop this right now. If I'm Deion Sanders, I would just say, you know what, you guys, let's hold on. But then here he comes, with the sports coat on, the black shirt, the Amani looked like the Amani t-shirt, and then the chain. Like I said, that was Coach Primetime. That wasn't Coach Deion. That's what I'm worried about, you guys. Well, Jason Whitlock, he was so happy. Man, he was so happy. He bought out two Golden Corrals, and he bought out two, you know what I'm saying, like three Denny's in his area in Tennessee. So everybody got to eat for free on Jason Whitlock. So, no, I'm just kidding. He might have did it. Hey, what's up, Jay? No, no. Listen, listen. I want Deion to do good. I want him to do good, but he got to fall back a little bit. He got to tell the media, hey, back up a little bit. Let me do some things. Give me a couple of years. These people had it they had it like Colorado was going to win the national championship this year, and they're not. They're not. They not. We got to chill, you guys. We got to chill. Just chill on the Deion stuff. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, Octavius. You got to listen to the kid, man. We gotta wait, man. Y'all got this man going to the national championship like this year. We gotta give the man. We gotta give Deion some time, and Deion gotta give himself some time. And Deion gotta fall back. He gotta fall back on this. Even he gotta tell the media. I know the media is flying out there every week. I bet you they won't be there the next game. I bet you won't see as much. Hey, I bet you won't see as much media. media. I bet you won't see a lot of media next week as they was probably this week following Deion Sanders, even though they played in Oregon though. But most of the media attention was there to see Deion. But let's see how much media attention he gets next week coming off a loss, and he better hope that he don't lose next week and lose by another wide margin as he did. Man, that game wasn't even close. Like I said, man, we have to give Deion some time. Deion have to give himself some time. That's why you have to watch out for stuff like the first black this and the first, even though he isn't the first black head coach, in division. What is that, Division 2 or Division 1? Because Colorado is in the Pac-12, right? Because I know it used to be the Pac-10, because I don't keep up with college sports like I used to. Oh, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, Division 1, appreciate it. Yeah, because I don't keep up with it like I used to. So, and that's the thing. They making it look like Deion is the first black head coach. Like, I mean, come on, man. Relax. Relax. Let's wait till the man, is competing for a national championship. Let's see if Colorado even goes to the playoffs. Well, I know. Well, 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 that's what I'm saying. The game was over with by halftime. No, I'm not hating. I'm not hating on Deion. I'm saying Deion need to fall back, and he need to tell the media to fall back, and we as fans and supporters need to fall back. They raising the bar too high. He's being set up to fail. Because I'm gonna tell you, if this doesn't work, If this doesn't work, he not ever gonna get a job like that again, because we already know what's gonna eventually happen. They want Deion to do this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. More than likely, this is short term. I think Deion has like a 3 or 4 year plan. He probably want to try to get them to a national championship and win. And then I think Deion Sanders probably wants to get into the NFL as a head coach. No, I don't want, no. All I'm saying is, but here's the thing, Deion Sanders, he shouldn't embraced it. He should have just, every game, he should have been saying, I haven't done anything yet. Let's just wait. But Deion Sanders, every time, because Deion Sanders is in love with himself, and we know Deion Sanders is a narcissist. That could be good or bad. We knew Deion Sanders was going to soak it up when all the media people came in there praising his name, all in glory to Deion Sanders, or should I say primetime? Because sometimes I'm wondering, am I watching Coach Primetime or watching Coach Deion Sanders? And we saw today at that press conference, that was Coach Primetime, and that is a slippery slope. That is a recipe for disaster. Deion Sanders should have had on the Colorado apparel. He shouldn't have came out there. That's what I'm saying. He made it about himself. He got to be careful. Somebody please tell Deion to wear Colorado apparel when he does press conferences. Can you imagine had Pete Carroll did that? And see, that's another thing that's going to put a bullseye on Deion Sanders' back. Because he basically taking the bait to a certain degree. We don't need Coach Primetime. We need Coach Deion Sanders. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Nah, Jay, that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. We don't need Coach Primetime. We need Coach Deion Sanders. He made it even worse by coming out there dressed as he's dressed in the thumbnail. Man, wear the apparel. Wear the college apparel. Well, I already know what his overall goal is, and I believe that as well. It's very hard to succeed in the NFL as a head coach, because you talking about grown man versus, kids between the age of 18 to 23. I'll say 23 because sometimes, or even 24, because sometimes you have these people that, transfer and they have to red shirt, one season, which I don't think you should have to red shirt. I think if you transfer, I think you should automatically be eligible to play unless they didn't change that. So that's all I'm worried about with the Deion Sanders thing. But he got to chill. But anyway, you guys, just wanted to, talk about this and discuss it with y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. But be back with more later. Man, my shit was